Hello, I'm Marina and you're welcome to a special edition of Knights Templar International News. Today we are looking at the so-called alt-right. These people have helped the liberal fake news media smear Donald Trump. They have given Facebook, Google, Twitter and other social media giants the excuse for a full-scale purge to force conservatives and patriots off the web. Is this all just an accident? The Knights Templar International have been working on an in-depth research project investigating the alt-right. What we found will shock you, and it will make you realize that all good Christian patriots have a duty to engage in and help with the war that is on for the soul of the right, because the alt-right do not speak for us. Let's start by taking a closer look at the main individuals involved in the Charlottesville Rally disaster. Then you can judge for yourself. Augustus Sol Invictus is a self-confessed Satanist. He has admitted killing a goat and drinking its still warm blood as a sacrifice. Invictus was a member of Aleister Crowley's satanic order Templi Orientis. Here he is in front of his satanic goat flag. Invictus is the deputy leader of the Alt-Knights, the paramilitary wing of the Proud Boys, run by former rebel media contributor Gavin McInnes. Jason Kessler organized the rally. Kessler was an Obama and Occupy activist right up until Donald Trump was elected in November 2016. He admits on his blog to being an atheist and supporting the murder of unborn babies. Kessler worked with the communist-inspired American Civil Liberties Union to ensure Charlottesville went ahead. Why did the ACLU Marxists fund his court action? Because they support free speech? Or to create the excuse for a social media censorship war on the entire right and to give the fake news media another stick with which to beat Donald Trump? Well, just look at the Jason Kessler's record. He supports gun control. And he hates Republicans so much that he even compared them to gay serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer. Perhaps most telling of all, Jason Kessler worked for the ultimate fake news media outlet, CNN. See his byline on this screenshot of a CNN report. Baked Alaska. Real name Tim Jeanette. Alaska is another former leftist. Seen here with his friend, the disgraced alt-right celebrity Milo, whose dangerous faggot tour was managed by Alaska. At the start of Trump's campaign, the former rapper was working for BuzzFeed, advocating the legislation of drugs, supporting abortion, and joining Black Lives Matter demonstration. Alaska admits to having tortured his pet cat with duct tape and to being an atheist. Another one of the Unite the Right speakers was Christopher Cantwell. He describes himself as an anarchist and atheist. Despite all his bold talk before the event, Cantwell cried like a frightened child on YouTube, whining about his fear of being arrested for his part in the rally. Pax Dickinson. Another former left libertarian in favor of the legislation of drugs and abortion. Dickinson now describes himself as a redneck Zionist. So what is he doing running with Nazis? Perhaps he thinks they're dumb enough to pour money into his counter-fund pyramid money-making scheme. Johnny Monoxide, seen here to the right of Richard Spencer. Real name John Remondetta, Monoxide is yet another former Occupy activist who suddenly decided to be a Nazi and help the fake news media smear real patriots. He has 2 counts for trafficking cocaine. He suddenly switched sides in 2015 to join the alt-right. Baze Stickman. Real name Kyle Chapman. Baze Stickman is a career criminal with 3 prison sentences behind him. He was described by his own lawyer as having severe psychological problems. A user of cocaine, LSD and meth, Chapman was put in charge of Proud Boys' alt-night wing, which he set about organizing with Satanist Augustus Invictus as his right-hand man. Chapman is a close associate of homosexual Satanist Jack Donovan. Richard Spencer, whose Heil Trump speech did immense damage to the real right last year, played a key role organizing Charlottesville. Then, just as the media feeding frenzy against Donald Trump was dying down, this tweet by Spencer's close colleague, Evan McLaren, started it all over again. Charlottesville Rally planned from Trump Hotel headlines further falsely linked the president to the neo-Nazi fringe. That's the third time that Spencer has done this. His Heil Trump outburst started the whole thing straight after the election. Then he helped promote the far-right presence at Charlottesville. And then his provocative choice of hotel let the lying press do it all over again. The many fine people who went to Charlottesville thinking it was a genuine grassroots protest against far-left bigotry were led into a trap. Ever since, we've seen the far-left and anti-white racists running wild, tearing down statues and desecrating the graves of Confederate war heroes. They've exploited Charlottesville to censor the whole of social media and to smear Donald Trump as a Nazi sympathizer. This is all thanks to the leaders of the alt-right. And now you know who they are: Occupy activists, Nazis, homosexual collaborators, supporters of baby murder. Just because these people call themselves right doesn't make them so. Just because the repulsive far left attacks them doesn't make them our allies. They are not. From Highgate to Charlottesville, they have done huge damage to the real right. There is nothing right about their anti-Christian ideas. There is nothing right about their liberal attitudes on abortion and their gay rights agenda that is the spear point of the cultural Marxist war on the family and on our Christian values. By accident, stupidity or design, they are subverting our sacred cause. If you find this message uncomfortable, please watch it again. Check out facts for yourself and sit down and think about it. If you then realize that we are right, welcome aboard. Over the next few weeks, I'll be bringing you more of the shocking truth about the alt-right. Decent Christian patriots need to know these things, so we can win the war for the soul of the patriotic resistance to globalism and liberalism. It starts here. Deus vult. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 11.